to our channel, your space to understand political science in a simple and exam oriented way. This channel is specially designed for students preparing for competitive exams like HSST, NET, PSC, and for anyone who wants to understand politics, political thinkers, and important concepts clearly. Here, we will discuss political theories, thinkers like Hobbes, Rousseau, Locke, Indian Constitution, international relations, and current political issues in an easy and structured way. If you are passionate about learning political science or preparing for exams, this channel will help you learn faster and smarter. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Let's learn political science together. Let me tell you what we are going to cover today. We will start with the state of nature, then move to the first contract, second contract, right of revolution, comparison with the Hobbes, and finally the legacy and influence of Locke's theory. State of nature, a hypothetical condition of mankind before government and political society. Friends, this sentence simply means imagine a time when there was no government, no laws, no court, no police, no ruler. How would human beings live in that condition? That imaginary picture, that imaginary situation is that what John Locke calls state of nature. Now remember, this situation never actually happened in real history. Nobody has proof that human beings ever lived like this. That is why we use the word hypothetical, meaning imaginary. Unlike Hobbes, Locke believed that the state of nature was not a war zone. It was peaceful. People lived according to the law of nature, which is basically guided by reasons. In this state, every person had three natural right, life, liberty, and property. These are God-given rights that no one can take away. But there were three big problems. First, there was no established law. Second, there was no impartial judge. Third, there was no power enforce decisions. These three inconveniences forced people to come together and form a society. This brings us to the first contract called the Pactum Unis, which means contract of union. Think of it like this. Imagine all the people in the state of nature sitting together and saying, okay, let us all agree to live together as a community. We will give up our personal right to punish others. Instead, we will form a society with common rules. This contract has some important feature. First, all individuals must agree. It requires unanimous consent. Meaning very single person must say yes. Second, this contract creates civil society, not a government. Third one, once formed, this society is permanent. It cannot be dissolved. Remember this key point. The first contract forms society, government comes later. Second contract. Now society is formed. Who will run it? Who will make laws? Who will protect your rights? For this, a second contract is needed, called the Pactum Subjectionis, the contract of government. In this contract, the society and the government make an agreement. The society says to the government, we give you power, but that power is limited. You must use it only protect our rights, life, liberty, and property. A key point here, this is a fiduciary relationship. That means government holds power as a trustee, like a caretaker, not as a master or owner. Okay. For this contract, only a major consent is needed. not unanimous, and most importantly, this contract cannot be dissolved. If the government fails its duty, the people can break this contract. Okay. Comparison table. Now let us quickly compare two contracts side by side. The first contract is between individual, creates society, needs unanimous consent, and is permanent. The second contract is between society and government, creates government, need only majority consent, and is conditional, meaning it can be dissolved. Diagram shows the complete journey. We start from the state of nature. Then through the first contract, we get civil society. Then through the second contract, we get a government. And the ultimate goal is government protects the life, liberty, and property of the citizen. Simple and clear. Right of revolution. Now comes the most powerful part of Locke's theory, the rights of revolution. Locke asked, what happened if the government breaks the second contract? What if the government becomes tyrant? What if it violates our natural rights? Okay. Locke's answer is bold. The people have right to overthrow that government. This is called the right of revolution. The people have the right to overthrow that government. This is called the right of revolution. Okay. There are 6 grounds when this justified. When the government acts without fixed laws, violate natural rights, betrays public interest, become tyrannical, surrender to a foreign power, or prevent legislature from the meeting. Okay. One very important, when the government is dissolved, only second contract breaks. The society, the first contract remains intact. The people do not go back to the state of nature. They simply form a new government. Okay. Next is Locke versus Hobbes. Now every popular exam question, how is Locke different from Hobbes? Hobbes said the state of nature was brutal, war of all against all. Locke said it was peaceful. Hobbes had only one contract, Locke had two contracts. Okay. Hobbes said sovereignty is absolute and cannot be taken back. Locke said the government power is limited and revocable. Okay. Hobbes said natural rights are fully surrendered. Locke said people retain their rights. And most importantly, Hobbes did not allow revolution. Locke justified revolution against a tyrannical government. Okay. Legacy and influence. The Locke's theory did not just stay in books, it changed the world. The American Declaration of Independence in 1776 directly used the Locke's ideas. Thomas Jefferson replaced the Locke's property with the pursuit of happiness, but inspiration is clear. The French Revolution in 1789, the Declaration of Rights of Men was deeply influenced by Locke. Even though our Indian Constitution, fundamental rights, rule of law, limited government, all reflects Locke's philosophy. The modern democracy, the consent of government, the constitutionalism, separation of powers, all trace back to this one man. Oh, Locke's theory is not perfect. Let's look at the criticism. First, historical criticism. David Hume pointed out that no such contract actually happened in history. It is purely fictional. Second, logical criticism. If people are already rational in state of nature, why do they need a contract? Third, class bias. Marxists say this theory mainly protects the of rich people. Right of rich people. Fourth, the exclusion. Women, slaves, and poor people were left out the Locke's contract. So it was not truly universal. Fifth, ambiguity. Laws never clearly set when exactly revolution is justified. This can lead to a political instability. Here are the key terms you must remember for your exam. Let us quickly revise everything. State of nature, peaceful but inconvenient, three natural rights. First contract, forms civil society, unanimous consent, permanent. Second contract, forms government, majority consent, conditional. Government as trustee, limited power, accountable to people. Right of revolution, if the government breaks trust, people can overthrow it. That is it for today's class. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.